That's crazy. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Oh, okay. That's interesting. Huh. Huh. I don't know what the hell just happened. All right, what's happening? Let me see if y'all can hear your boy. Um, what up? What up? What up? Welcome to another another episode of. Oh man, it has been one of those weeks and one of those months and one of those years. What it do, y'all? Welcome to another episode of the CM Show. I'm just doing some real quick testing to make sure that it's connected. It looks like everything's working, but oh my goodness, technology, man, technology. I swear to God. Anyway. Kind of caught me off guard. It's like, hey, Mo, you on? I was like, oh shit, I didn't know I was ready. Hold on, wait a minute. All right, let me get to it. Let's get down to business. All right, first things first, welcome to another episode of the CM Show. I am your host, Christopher Markland. That's where the CM comes from. I had somebody ask me that. Why is it the CM Show? I'm like, motherfucker, my name is Christopher Markland. Anyway, welcome to another episode of the Christopher Markland Show. I am Christopher Markland. Thank you for joining the conversation. Thank you for joining the show. Before we get into it, let's do a few things. Let's get a little bit of housekeeping out of the way. First things first. This is an adult show. So as you can see, we're going to be talking about some adult stuff tonight. All right. So with that being said and done, that means that, if you are under 18, if you're under 18, here we go. All right. If you're under 18 or if you may have sensitive ears, this may not be the show for you. So with that in mind, it's like, hey, you know what? That's interesting, y'all. I'm sorry. It looks like my YouTube link is not working, but it seems to be working. I am so confuzzled. Anyway, for those of y'all that are there, let's go. So this is going to be an adult show. All right. So with that in mind, this is an adult show. We're going to be talking about some adult stuff. So if you're under, you know what? I'm going to address that in a second. I see we got somebody in the chat. She's like, hey, she likes the salmon. It's actually a nice shade of pink because this is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. That's the next thing that I do want to talk about. Got a few friends, a few loved ones, and, that are breast cancer survivors. I don't really talk about stuff like that, but I do definitely care about those people. And especially, one in particular that is battling breast cancer right now. So, why is this piece of shit still doing that? This is really, really weird. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm a little bit distracted. I'm not sure what the hell is going on with my YouTube, but it's kind of weird. But anyway, what I definitely want to say is that breast cancer is it's affected me. I've got a few friends that are breast cancer survivors and a couple that are in different stages of breast cancer. So for my ladies out there, please make sure y'all do your test, do your thing, and also go check your doctor out, especially this month for the month of October being breast cancer awareness. That's why your boy is wearing pink, because even though I really don't, for the most part, I don't really like, I don't like to, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't like doing things for show, and I think that a lot of times a lot of people engage in different things for the optics of it, which is kind of what we're going to get into with tonight's show. But when it comes to breast cancer, like I said, it's affected me, my life directly, personally. So I really want to make sure that at least in this month, ladies out there, make sure you get yourself checked out. Now, for my fellas, y'all, I had my physical a couple weeks ago. I as much as I'm not a fan of having somebody, probing around in my nether regions, and me and the doctor, weren't able to look at each other, or at least I can, at the very least, you still got to make sure you get yourself checked out. So I will definitely say that, fellas, make sure you get, if you're over the age of, I think it's 45. Okay, if you're over 40, make sure that you go get yourself checked out. So I definitely want to make sure that my dudes are taking care of themselves. And for my ladies, I really want to make sure that y'all are doing the same. Y'all let me know if you are if how the YouTube stream is looking for y'all, because it's acting real funky for me over here, and I wanna, I always wanna check it. Anyway, so also let's get it a couple more things. Let's get the housekeeping stuff out the way, like I said. Now, even though this show is I don't give relationship advice per se, okay? I'm not here to tell you how to live your life. I'm not here here to all I can do is give you my opinion based on the things that I've been through in my life, based on the things that friends of mine have been through, based on the things that loved ones have been through. So everything that I'm giving you, I'm not trying to tell nobody how to live their life and how to live their relationship. I'm no relationship guru. Lord knows I am going through my own stuff in my own personal relationship. So everything that I tell you is based on my experience. In fact, one of my homeboys, he just texted me. He said, "Yo, fellas can get breast cancer too." There you go. Appreciate that. I got your text, homie. So yeah, you definitely, but as far as relationship advice and dating advice, I'm no dating counselor. I'm no dating expert. I'm just a dude that's out here that loves love, and that's why I do what I do. And I just love having these conversations. I've said it before that these conversations with y'all are therapy for me. Speaking of therapy, I need some therapy for my damn throat. It was. Damn. Anyway, so with that being said and done, make sure I go through all my notes and let's get into it. So, as my mouse acts stupid. So, tonight's topic, tonight's conversation, tonight's all of that, we are going to be talking about. Thank you. I appreciate that. I like, just trying something a little bit different. But like I said, we just talked about it, so I appreciate you liking that. And also, what up to everybody in the chat? What's going on with y'all? Now, let's get into it. Let's make sure that this is working. Yep, that's working. All right, that's good. Got my monitor over there. Got a little bit of a different setup. Your boy, you see the smile. Your boy, it shit seems to be working for a change. Let's go. So, social media. Social media. It's ubiquitous. It's there. It's a part of our lives. It's actually, I don't think a lot of people can live without social media. But the only problem with that is, why is this piece of shit not working? The only problem with social media, I see the problem. I see the damn problem. The problem when it comes to social media and how it affects our relationships is you tend to lose focus of what's real and what's fake. And one of the main issues with social media is that it's toxic. Now, what do you mean by toxic, Chris?
Social media is toxic to relationships, period, or it can be, depending on how you view it, how you look at it. So yeah, it was definitely them times where she'll read a comment and all of a sudden she just don't want to talk to me. Like, damn it, what the hell somebody done said. But I think we both had to realize that putting the public in your business is almost never going to work out in your favor. It's always going to be a problem because people that are not in your relationship commenting on your relationship, they're not there. They're not, these people aren't in the mix with y'all, okay? And all it is opinions, and people are going to have their opinions, and opinions are not special. Why? Because everybody has one. And that's what we both had to realize. So we don't even really put social media in it no more.
One thing I've always been a fan of Neo's work because one of my theme songs, as it were, is Be a Good one. The song Good Man, I think, is what the name of it. But basically where my man is saying that he wants to be a good man. That's one thing I've tried to do in my life. Fell short in a different ways, but when it comes to, at least striving for that, that's something that I have aimed for. Now, what you heard him say right there to me was 100% spot on, in that, hey, when you have a bunch of people in your relationship on social media, all right, what's going to happen is that those people are going to have undue influence in your relationship, and nothing good is going to come from that. All right, so there we go. All right, now your boys got it working. Technology, motherfuckers. That's what I'm talking about. Let's fucking go. Anyway, so Now, don't get me wrong. The difference between someone being in your relationship virtually and someone being in your relationship IRL, in real life, as it were, there to me is a difference. It's one thing for you to reach out to your friends or, people that you trust to make sure that you're staying on course, to give you a different perspective, to give you different viewpoints. But even that has to be kept to a minimum, because if you have too many people in your business, then that's going to be a problem. However, life is not meant to be lived in a vacuum, and I think that us human beings, being social creatures, we definitely need to interact with people outside of us. That's why we have mentors, be it a professional mentor, be it someone, who's been married longer than you, or someone that's gone through a divorce, and they can be like, hey, bro, I see the warning signs, don't do this, do that. So, or hey, you know what, you're not looking at it this way, think about it that way. It's one thing for you to have someone giving you advice, for you to be mentoring you through the relationship process, but it's another when you have people in your business on social media or through social media, because now they have a conduit to your relationship. That is not, what you want to have. All right. Now, another aspect of social media is essentially, how do you meet them? Because you got to meet people in the first place. And that has created its own set of issues too, because how you meet people goes a long damn way. Actually, that's the wrong one. Hold on. Nope, not that one either. There we go. All right. Bam.
So the reason why you're more likely to break up with someone if you meet them on social media is because your first impression of this person was a photo. Your first impression was a video. It's not genuine. It's not the same as if you were to meet somebody in person. That's why back in the day, there was no social media. You met somebody in person, at the bar, at the restaurant, in the street, in the subway. Now you go on the train in New York City and you see everybody on their phone. Nobody wants to socialize anymore. Everybody's so glued onto their phone. It's not the same like it used to be. Now you meet somebody in person, it's not even who they are. They pretend to be somebody else. They want to play a role. They want to put a mask on. Like, that's not you. That's not who you are. You know what I'm saying? And then the same way you met them, subconsciously you start getting jealous of other people. Oh, what if he DMs her? Oh, what if she's DMing him? Because you DM'd her the first time. You met through social media. It sucks. It's poison.
That's insecurity though. I hear what my man is saying, but honestly, that's a part of insecurity. Now, don't get me wrong though. In this day and age that we live in, because social media is a part of our lives, and it makes sense that we're going to meet people via social media. However, just because you meet them that way doesn't necessarily mean that it's a bad thing. However, that's what it's usually tended to be. So one of the questions I want to ask y'all once we get into, the interactive part of the show where I hear from y'all is, I want to know, have you met someone through social media? And keep in mind that there are different aspects of social media when you think about it, because even though it's not, dating apps are considered to be a form of social media. Now, back in the day, I've been on a few of these dating apps, and it was an interesting time. All right, between Tinder, Plenty of Fish, that was pretty much all I was on. I didn't do no Match.com, eHarmony. That was just too much damn work. Never did Bumble, but definitely Plenty of Fish and Tinder. Yeah, them two right there. Definitely Plenty of Fish. Anywho, how you meet someone is kind of sort of how it's gonna play out and how it's going to end, essentially. One thing about social media, and this is something I learned, is that going back to what we just heard Neil say, it's toxic. It can be toxic when people come into your relationships, but also when it comes to how you meet someone, because of how easy it is for you to reach out and touch somebody. Hell, you're on Facebook. Facebook has its own dating option as well. I've never used it, never tried it. For those of you that have, I want to hear from y'all. I want to hear some good, bad, and ugly as far as if you met someone on dating apps. Definitely want to hear about that. Now, the main thing to me as far as why dating apps or social media in general can be toxic is this right here.
All right, if your partner is excessively liking and commenting
Keyword is
on
excessive.
people's pictures on social media, and you don't really know who these people are, and it makes you uncomfortable, and then you try to talk to your partner about it, and they make it seem like it's not a big deal, like you're being ridiculous, it's just a like, it's just a comment, it's just social media, you're tripping. Okay, guess what? You're not tripping. All right, people comment and like excessively because they want to show up in that person's notifications. They want that person to know, hey, I like what I see. I'm interested. They want to get that person's attention. All right. So the next time your partner tries to gaslight you about it, just know you're not being ridiculous. You're not tripping. And what you're saying absolutely makes sense.
Speaking of liking and, speaking of liking and all of that good stuff, I need to make sure that y'all, please, if you haven't already done so, make sure you like this video. In fact, go on over there, hit that button. I am still on my mission to reach 1,000 subscribers. So if you haven't already subscribed to this channel, please make sure you do so, please and thank you. Now, going back to what that young lady said, right? The key word to me, or one of the key words to me, what she used right there was excessive. Yeah, if you know that you're in a relationship, for instance, and you're excessively, reaching out to somebody or talking to somebody outside of, say, a professional setting, maybe whatever the case may be, then obviously that's a problem. Now, if you're not in a relationship and you're reaching out, then it's no different than you shooting your shot. I'm a firm believer, especially for my dudes out there, shoot your shot. Use whatever, ammo you got, be it money, be it your looks, be it your sense of humor, be it your, whatever the case may be. Now, be a well-rounded man, but, shoot your shot. If you like it and something about it attracts you to her, man, you better holler at her, right? But whatever, at the same time, an excessive way of doing it is an issue. Now, I will say this. This has been an issue with me because I'm not going to say I'm a flirt per se. I had this conversation with somebody the other day. It's not necessarily that aspect of it. The issue that I've had in the past is, to me, I've always been like, yes, it's just a like. I don't do it excessively because I'm not really on social media like that. I am on it to promote me, my business, my books. Shameless post. Anyway, to promote my business, to promote my books, and every now and then I may jump on, I'm like, hey, I ain't talked to you in a minute. What's happening? Right? But to me, it's not excessive. However, if your partner has an issue with it, then you gotta have the conversation. That to me has always been a sticking point to me because it's like it's a comment. To me, it didn't mean anything more than that. However, if your partner has an issue with it, that goes back to how social media can affect your relationships. Now, with all that being said and done, I want to hear what y'all got to say. I'm kind of changing up my format a little bit. Oh, almost forgot. Y'all, even though October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, October is also National Kink Month. Kink. Everybody got a kink. Everybody likes something that they like that is like, oh my Lord, you like that? You want to put one in your wear? Oh, hey, I'm here for it. Well, not for that. That ain't my thing. But I think we all have a kink. One thing that social media does do to the positive, and hey, like I said, this is an adult show. In fact, let me drop this warning up in here one more time just to make sure that y'all know exactly what this thing right here is before I even get to it. It's an adult show. About to talk about some adult shit right here, right? All right. So, everybody has a kink. Everybody has that thing that they like. Everybody likes to, has that thing that may not necessarily be approved by the mainstream. All right, cool. If you like what you like, social media will help you find that thing or them people or those locations where you can have at it and do what you want to do. But at the same time, just like you can find them people, if you don't manage your social media presence, it can also affect your life and your personal life in as far as your professional career, your social circle, all those things, right? So again, make sure you manage your social media presence, because social media, it gives us interconnectivity where we can reach out. I think that we're all like either between 3 to 6 degrees of separation between you and anybody else, because you're probably friends with somebody who's friends with somebody else. So social media, be it Instagram, be it right here on YouTube, be it right here on Facebook, it can be messy. So if you do not manage your social media presence and the kinks that you have and the things that you like, it'll lead to some problems. So if you don't want them problems when it comes to social media, how can we address those issues? One of the main things that you can do is, speaking of technology, is discretion. Social media allows people to be who they're not, to act like they're not, and to have things that they really don't have. You know, you hear about people putting off of the gram all the time where they're walking by somebody's car, they take a picture like it's theirs. Who was it that a couple years ago? Who was it? Bow Wow. This dude was in on a commercial plane. I want to say he was in the economy class, but he's posting pictures about him and his private jet. So you have all kinds of shit like that, and people do the same thing in their relationships, knowing good and damn well that they are just struggling, just unhappy as shit. But yet and still they're posting, making posts like they're just, the happiest couple ever. So social media will allow, you to be what you're not. It will allow you to live out things that you aren't necessarily so. Social media will do all of those things and more. All right. With that being said and done, I am going to fire up. Let me close this bullshit out right here. I'm going to fire up the Zoom chat because I really and truly want to hear what you guys have to say about this. Got a couple questions that I need to know from y'all. What up, Ty? Thank you for joining the conversation. Tonight's topic is social media. Why is this piece of shit not working? I swear for God, technology. Who else we got in chat? Larry, what up, sir? Thank you for joining the conversation. So, let me drop this chat. We're going to be, I have two ways that you can join the conversation tonight. One is StreamYard. So, if you want to join via StreamYard, I just dropped the link there. But also, you already know, we got the Zoom as well. So, whichever one you think is best, let me know. Els, thank you for joining. I ain't seen you in a minute, man. What's happening? Definitely want to hear from you because I know you done went through some stuff with your social media exploits based on our conversation. Thank you for joining the chat tonight. Tonight we are talking about. Let me get the Zoom going. I literally just said it and then just had a damn brain fart. Right quick. Hold on. Guess I really didn't need to do that. Tonight's conversation, y'all, as you can see on the screen, we are talking about social media. Open Zoom. Oh, I see the problem. Hold on one second. Huh. That's interesting. What up, Els? Thank you for joining the conversation tonight. Let me go back a little bit. Ty, what's happening? All right, hold on one second. I'm letting this Zoom thing set up. There we go. Launch meeting. Why are you so damn slow? I think I need a more powerful computer. Oh, it's already working. All right, as I'm working to get this Zoom thing, the questions that what I would like to hear from y'all tonight is this. There we go. If I can find the damn thing. We all have kinks. Somebody just texted me. I'm sorry. We all have kinks. You can play that shit if you don't want to. We all got kinks. Everybody's like, oh, I'm not that. Yes, the hell you do. We all got kinks, man. Better get the hell up out of here. We all have kinks. Everybody has that thing that they like. You better stop. I can't believe that person said that. Cannot believe that person had the audacity to say that we don't have kinks. All right, the StreamYard link is in there. I don't know why Zoom is acting a donkey. So while that is being set up, there we go. Come on, man. How the hell are you not connecting? That's crazy. All right, so here are a couple questions that I would love to hear from y'all. I want to know if y'all have went through this thing yourself, right? When it comes to social media, all right? Have you met someone via social media, and how did that go? I mean, was it good or bad? And like, if you met them on a dating app, I definitely want to hear about y'all. I know I've had my dating app experiences. Not necessarily sure exactly what it was I was looking for on them dating apps. You know, it wasn't necessarily for love. Well, that's not true. At the time, hell, I'm always looking for love. So no, that's not what it was. Also, all right, how has social media influenced your actual dating relationships? Jesus. There we go. Now it's connecting. The hell is going on? Y'all, I'm sorry. My computer is acting a straight donkey. There we go. There we go. All right. There. Testing your boy tonight. Oh. Let me test my... Oh, don't want to do that. All right. Don't know why the hell this thing's not working. That is weird. Not sure why. All right. Okay, we are good to go. Are you there, ma'am? Can't see you. Oh yeah, I meant to tell you. Depending on, it doesn't matter which one you connect on. Please make sure you got your camera showing, please and thank you. If you don't want to be shown to the world, just let me know and I can make sure that we do this thing on a private level. If you do, let me know. We can do that as well. No sources. That's terrible. Okay. All right. While you get yourself set up, what other questions do I want to hear from y'all? I swear, I really need some new friends, y'all. Y'all, I am accepting applications for new friends because the ones that I have are just mean. They be dogging your boy out. So if you want to be my friend, please send me a text or an email or through social media, because my friends now are just mean to your boy. So what I do want to hear though is like, yo, how has social media influenced your relationships, both to the good and to the bad? What are some of the things that have happened to you where someone may have jumped in your DM or liked the wrong picture or whatever the case may be? So I really want to hear that when it comes to y'all. I don't know why I got water on my computer, but who knows? That's crazy. Oh my goodness, I swear. If you haven't already done so, y'all, please, while getting set up over here, make sure that you go over there and like the video, like the channel, and subscribe both to my YouTube and also on my Facebook, all of my social media. All right, you set up, ma'am? You over there struggling or what? I cannot. Then again, All right, could be my dog. Oh, you never did. Do you want your face shown or not? Oh, why is that doing that? Hold on, hold on. There we go. All right, so I take it that you do not. All right, let's go. Let me hear you say something. All right, that's just terrible. Why the hell I can swear it's always freaking something. You know what I want? I would love to have a like a, what do they call them people, a board monitor or board op or whatever. A board op or someone that can like control my stuff so I can like listen to everything, be like, hey, and I can just run the show without having to worry about anything. That is what I would love to have. Where it's like I can just run the show, I can run my mouth and just yap, 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 yap. There we go. And let me hear you, ma'am.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Ah, there we go. There we go. There we go. I see you, Ty. All right, there we go. All right. So now that I can see you, first of all, them locks is kicking all over the place.
Thanks.
No doubt. The rest of the world can't see you, but it's like, yo, that's I'm feeling that. Talk to me, man.
Thank you.
First of all, how have you been?
Been good. I've been busy.
That's what's up.
How have you been?
Same. Busy is just what's the old country term? Busy as a cat on a tin roof trying to bury whatever the hell it is. Yeah, your boy's been kind of busy. The real estate world plus some other stuff I got going on. It's been a crazy time. So talk to me, man. Let me know, what are your social media exploits that you have been through, good, bad, ugly, and how have you used social media to your advantage, and how has it been disadvantageous to you?
So I have met people on social media.
All right. What apps?
So my ex-husband and I met through Facebook.
Oh.
Yeah. He befriended me because we went to the same high school, and I didn't really think too much of it at the time because he had a girlfriend in his profile. So I'm like, oh, okay, whatever.
Wait. Did you remember him from high school?
I did.
Okay. Because I've heard that before, and women like, I didn't even know who this dude was, and it's like, yo, he was sitting right next to you. Oh, they ain't paying no attention. Back in high school, now y'all are grown. It's like, oh, there he is. Okay.
So I said ex-husband, so that didn't work out. But when I started dating again, thank you. When I started dating again, it was during the pandemic. I was actually taking care of my mom, who was battling breast cancer, and she was worried that I was going to have a hard time finding people or meeting people. So she was trying to set me up. I'm like, no, I got this. Because the people she was setting me up with were around her age range or just not my type at all. But I had met mostly people who were emotionally unavailable, and it seems a little bit stunted in terms of how just having dialogue was just really hard. I was leading the conversations a lot of the times, and so there just seemed like a lot of men that didn't know how to have a conversation, but then would expect me to continue engaging with them, because to me, if you're not having conversations with me or trying to reach out to me, I take that as you're not interested. So that was.
You know what? I've heard that a lot too. And yeah, I know. I'm not sure what's going on to those of you in the chat, and also Mike. I see you in. I'm going to add you to the stream next. It's like, and I think that another drawback to social media is that people don't know how to hold conversations as well as we once did, because I don't know if we can just chalk it up to poor attention span, or you don't have to work as hard, but it's that's a complaint that I've heard a lot of people make, and I've had that same issue myself, where it's like, God damn, I'm pulling conversation out of you. It's like, yo, man, what the hell, just
Like, I had to unmatch with several people recently because of the lack of interaction. And actually, one guy told me this was in kindergarten homework for me to try to connect the dots because I was asking him questions.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, okay, on one hand, a lot of you men are complaining that women don't care about a man anymore. They just care about how much they make and if they're over 6 foot. So I'm trying to show interest here by finding out more about you. And a lot of the things he was telling me didn't make any sense because we connected because I was on Hinge in Atlanta, but he was hanging out with friends in New York and he hadn't even moved to Atlanta yet. So I'm like, wait, how did we connect in Atlanta? Did you just set up your location here?
Yeah.
So because I asked that question, he was like, geez, all these questions.
That's an insecure dude, though.
I'm like, wait, what? So,
What
like,
up,
all
Lorenzo?
right. All right. So it just seems like because social media has been around for so long, people have become more visual and don't know how to have conversations or just connect on a mental level. That's what I have found. I have met a handful of people who were actually semi-normal and were
Semi-normal? What, they're like half lizard people? What?
no, I mean, like, weren't just answering with one word or two words and like, what are you doing? And like, I just had a full-on conversation with myself. Yeah, so when I say halfway normal, I mean talking on the phone. Most of them don't want to talk on the phone. It's just odd.
So it seems to me that, to sum it all up, your social media experience overall has not necessarily been the best.
Not on this side of the fence, but I've also heard it on the opposite end for men who are typically having a similar struggles that I am, where they feel like women are not interacting, they are just having one word answers. I'm like, well, if you're complaining about that and you meet someone who's trying to actually hold a conversation with you, why are you going to tell me I'm asking too many questions?
Well, now here's the thing though. That one particular dude, he may just not be the one, or just not be a good conversationalist. It could be any number of things. He could just be an asshole. I mean, it very well could be that, or how can I say this? It all depends on what the man is looking for too. Now, if he's out there poon hunting and you've already give out the signals that you ain't giving up no vagini, then he's gonna lose interest. But if you are saying that, hey, not only do I want a relationship, but we can also get to know each other biblically, then it may be a little bit different too.
Maybe this is a question for you and the guys in the chat.
All right, fellas.
Are you saying that, and I've been told this by my therapist, are you saying that most men who go on social or on the dating apps, even the ones, because I only match or like or swipe on people who are saying they're looking for a relationship.
Okay.
The ones that say short term or just catching a vibe or just going with the flow, I don't match with. So everyone I'm matching with say they're looking for either a wife, a life partner, a long-term relationship. So are they lying?
No. Have you ever bought something off of like say Facebook Marketplace?
Yes.
What if that item that you bought, you couldn't even look at it, you couldn't hold it, you couldn't check it out before you gave that person money? AKA a test drive. Especially when you're in your mid 30s and 40s. So,
I don't follow.
Okay. I'm dating for a relationship.
Right.
However, I do need to test drive that thing every now and then to make sure that all aspects of the relationship are hitting on all cylinders. So if if there's certain aspects of you that I can't necessarily touch, that could be problematic for some men. I'm not saying that, you know, that works for you. I'm just saying that that's how some dudes think. It's like, yo, I'm pursuing you, but them 90 days, that's a lot of fluids backing up. So
Okay,
that doesn't
but Christopher,
necessarily work for me.
that's not the question I'm asking.
Okay, talk to me.
So I understand what you're saying, but if you're saying you're looking for a relationship, your intentions should be different from the ones who are just going to with the flow, wanting to smash and like dash.
No,
A lot of
it's the same.
No, like what I'm saying, like if I just want to have fun, the way I approach dating is going to be completely different. So I'm expecting you want a relationship, you want to talk to me, you want to find out about me, and vice versa. But you're relaxed as if you just want to get in my pants and that's it. Like you wanting to be in a relationship and the way you're conducting yourself are not lining up. That's what I'm saying.
I understand what you're saying. I really do.
Okay. So that's what I'm asking. Are you lying on the
No.
app saying that you were looking for a relationship, but you're not conducting yourself in that way? Like you're not even trying to call me or ask for my number to like meet me to even say you want to test drive. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
Got you. So he's not even putting out the effort that, hey.
No
wow.
effort. Right.
Okay.
So the effort level is that of someone who's just trying to like not really get to know me, just wants to get in my pants and move on to the next one. That's what I'm asking. Are people lying? Because if you are dating for the intent of a relationship, it's going to go from where you're messaging on the app to exchanging numbers to video chatting and then saying, okay, you're not a catfish, so let's meet. That doesn't even get to the point of exchanging phone numbers.
I feel you. I got you.
Okay.
I will say this. Even on social media, dudes play the numbers game. And there are some dudes, yes, they are looking for a serious relationship, but there are also some dudes, quite honestly, they're not. So they are, you know, like I said, they're poon hunting.
But the question about would she buy a car without test driving it? If I'm going to buy a car, I'm going to know what kind of car I want to buy, right? So I'm going to find the kind of car I want, find one that's in my price range, go to the dealership, test drive them. So if using that analogy and trying to like meet people online, doing your research means you're getting to know that person. Can you even have a conversation? That doesn't happen, guys. Like I feel like you're not hearing what I'm saying.
We hear you. But you got to remember too, though, for men, you know, we'll buy a car because, goddamn, that thing's fast, it looks good, whatever the case may be. Whereas maybe a woman may buy a car that's got good gas mileage, it's reliable, you know, it can get you from point A to point B. But to your greater point, I do understand what you're saying because at the end of the day, you know, if you're not even calling the dealership, then how in the hell can you even purchase the car in the first place?
Yeah, and that's why I'm having that's a disconnect. I feel like a lot of the men I'm meeting who say they're looking for a relationship are not even like doing any kind of research as to where they're going to find the car that they want to test drive.
Got you. And you know what? I think that may be part of the problem. And I'm gonna bring a guy in real quick. You can stay on because I like what you're doing here, but I'm gonna bring a dude on real quick. All right, I'm gonna mute you. If I can figure out, here we go. All right, but just hold on one second. Let me figure this out. Hey, Mike, are you still there? I'm gonna add you to the stream. Hold on. Trying something a little different here. Let's see. All right. Do me a favor, sir, if you could turn your audio on because I cannot hear you. Hey, Mike, can you hear me? Hold on. Mike, can you hear me? I can't hear you, though. Turn your audio. Make sure your audio is connected for me, okay? I can't hear you, sir. Make sure your audio is connected, please, and thank you. Not sure why. All right. So you can hear me. All right. While we're waiting for him to get his audio working, she being Els came up. Yeah, y'all about to have that chat in the conversation. I see y'all about to go at it. And for those of y'all that just came in, let me drop these links as well. The Zoom link, please. Here we go. And Facebook is probably going to be like, hey, you're spamming, piece of shit. That's the link to Zoom. And if you want to join me via StreamYard, that's the way you do it right there as well. StreamYard and Zoom. Definitely want to hear what you guys have to think. So, have to say, I should say. Not sure why I can't hear you, man. I can see you, just can't hear you. Yeah. So I guess you can hear me, but for whatever reason, man, I can't. You can hear me. I just make sure your mic is connected. All right, you're still working on it. Cool. While you're doing that, hopefully you should be able to come on in a second. There we go. So, oh snap, that's weird. Huh? That is really odd. Oh, okay. I see. I'm learning something. Yikes. So, let's see what we got going on in the chat while he is setting up his audio. Some people. Let's see. What do we have? What are y'all saying down here? Let's see. So, have you changed locations of meeting people in person? That is actually a damn good question. That is actually a damn good question. Can't hear you. Can I hear? Hey, jump over to the Zoom link. Jump over to the Zoom link. Maybe that'll work. Jump over to Zoom. Like I said, yo, crazy homebody girl, I am with you. I prefer meeting people in person as well. Let's try that again. I prefer meeting people in person my damn self. Because the one time, well, a couple times, I have been catfished before, and it wasn't very nice. I'm thinking that, I'll never forget this. Y'all remember back in the day, AOL, was it Black Voices? Yeah, AOL Black Voices. So they had these different chat rooms in AOL Black Voices. Y'all hit a one in the chat. Let me know if y'all are familiar with AOL Black Voices. Anyway, so there was this young lady, and every time, you know, we'd have these different chat conversations. You boys been running this mouth for a long time, right? But we'd have these different chat conversations, and we'd be like, yo. And I'm like, okay, I'm digging this, you know, this young lady. And I'm like, yo, okay. Having good conversation. And then she had the audacity. She had the audacity to live not too far from me. I was like, madam, how dare you? So, you know, I got into the little private chat, and I'm sitting there like, it's like, what's happening? Y'all, I used to live, if y'all are familiar with Atlanta, I used to live in Decatur off Glenwood Road. This young lady, she lived not too far from me off Wesley Chapel. I'm like, you are that close to your boy? Now, she had a profile picture. I'm like, oh, I see you. You remember, I was like, So I jumped in the whip. We met up. And I was like, that's not you. You liar. Well, I'm here. I'm at your house, so, you know. But it wasn't. That's my point is, she was not who she said she was. And as I was driving home, wiping the sweat from my brow, I was like, that was not fair. Because I thought that she was something different. And I'm telling y'all, ladies, men are visual creatures. We may partake, but if we feel bamboozled, it's not going to be the same. And that's what happened to me. If she had been what she was in her profile picture, shit, ain't no telling where I'd be right now. Because her mind was on point, the conversation was on point. However, I'm not a big fan of catfish. Only certain kinds of fish I like, and catfish ain't one of them. So I was upset. Especially the second and third time I went over there and we had conversations. I was upset. Just wasn't the same. Wasn't the same. Els, I'm gonna bring you back into this conversation, man. Can you hear me? All right, unmute your mic. I can hear you. I'm gonna bring you back into the conversation because I like what you and Lorenzo were talking about. I'm just saying, just so disappointed, man. I was just so disappointed because it's like she was such a nice young lady, but damn it, she didn't look like. Ooh, that's the problem I really have with social media. Them two things. All right, are you there?
Yes.
All right, those are the issues that I have with social media.
Well, my issue is you don't even get to FaceTime me to even know whether or not I'm a catfish or not. So I understand what Lorenzo is asking, but I thought this topic was about our experience on.
It is.
Okay. So yes, to answer your question, I know I was just typing in shorthand. I'm not doing the social media anymore. I've put myself in different places, and the conversations aren't great because, like I said, the interaction is very, what's the word? Sexual isn't the right word, because I'm trying to have a conversation with you and all you're doing is just talking about my body and how beautiful I am. And it's okay, I'm trying to get to know you though. So it's
whoa. So whoa. So these dudes are hey, what do you look like? And you're steering the conversation.
No. I'm talking about when I meet
surface
them
level.
person.
Surface level.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. When I've been out trying to meet people, I'm addressing Lorenzo's question about if I've changed my setting. Yes, I have. But what I'm addressing right now is the issues I've had when I was on social media.
Lorenzo just asked
what age group?
Yeah.
Between 35 and 45. I'm 38.
Okay. I definitely want to hear from a few more ladies too, because that is something that I have heard a major complaint with women in your age range as well, that men can be overwhelming when it comes to asking for certain things. So I can definitely hey, for my Ready to Love fans, crazy homebody girl, she said sounds like Samson, where men are just saying the same thing, saying the perfect thing. I feel you on that one. But I know that we kind of got off topic a little bit, but one of the things that we do talk about here is dating and just how tough it is, especially, for women. It's tough. Don't get it twisted. It is tough for us dudes. It is tough for us dudes too. But I definitely understand where you are coming from. My God, I do. Oh, Jesus, I do.
It just seems like the dudes who are looking for or trying to look for something meaningful are not connecting with the women and vice versa. I don't know where the disconnect is. And so I had a conversation like this with a guy I see at the gym all the time. And he told me that his friends who are good dudes have complained about the same things his girlfriends who are good women have complained about. So I asked him, how come they haven't connected? And he said, I don't know. And I asked, are they not attractive enough, as in the women? And he said, according to him, he thinks so. So I don't know what it is. I had a debate with him, do you think it's possible that even though these good dudes are looking for good women, they low-key still like the toxicity of some of this city girls bring? Maybe there's a little bit more excitement.
It very well could be. I was just on.
It
I
doesn't
was
make any sense to me.
no. I was on a panel the other day, and I'm gonna drop the link in the description section. But it was we had the conversation: do men like women nowadays? Right? And and I really think that you're right. A lot of men don't like women. It's not a matter of we're homosexual and just don't care for women. It's a matter of a lot of women aren't likable. That whole city girl shit, that shit ain't cute, man. And a lot of dudes don't, especially as you get older, we don't care for that nonsense. Just about every woman is equipped with the same equipment, right? Y'all have the three, the standard 3 holes for the most part. So it's not like you're rocking anything better than somebody else. Yes, yours may be a little bit more viscous than the other, but at the end of the day, every woman essentially has the same thing. But I think a lot of women overvalue that and then, aren't the best personality wise. And at the same time, a lot of dudes can't hold up their end of the conversation to even overlook that. So it's problematic, but I really do think that there are a lot of men don't like how a lot of women are. Women say that they're good, they say that they're that, but at the end of the day, they're just not likable. And, obviously from, you've been on the show a couple times, you don't seem to fall into that category. However, it's unfortunate because of the environment, the whole dating environment that, you're getting caught up in the wash.
Yes, and that's even when I make any kind of connection at all. So, because I know my pool of men is different because I am older. I may not look it, but I am.
It does not crack. Y'all, I wish y'all could see what she looks like. She's got a, very beautiful black woman here on the other line, So, hey, maybe one of these days, man, you can put you on camera. Thank you for joining me. Hey, also, I saw the message that you sent as far as breast cancer as well. So definitely, y'all. Like I said, it's that month, So thank you, ma'am. See you on the next one.
Bye.
Larry, I see you're joining the conversation. Please make sure that your mic is connected. Make sure your camera is connected. Cheryl, you said that you are opting out of dating. Let's see. Cheryl said, I opt out of dating online. I would rather take my chances and meet someone face to face. Now, I personally am not a big online dater because as a medium ugly man, my options, even if I was to be out there dating or whatever, I have no idea as to what you're doing, sir. You are struggling to connect. It looks like you got multiple whatchamacallits. Let me switch out. While you get that situated, sir, let me go back over here. Hit that. I opt out of dating online. I'd rather take my chances and meet someone in person. I definitely agree. Oh, snap. Why is he doing that? Overlays. That's interesting. There we go. Whatever. All right. We'll just do that. Cool. Whatever. The internet is fraught with some stuff, y'all. You know what? I hear you, ma'am. What she said was too much sitting through boys hoping for men. I hear you. I hate that the whole dating market, the whole dating environment has gotten to be so adversarial. And I'm not even sure what caused that. I don't know where the shift was for that. I know that personally, I think that it's got to do with the feminization of men and the masculinization of women. But whatever the case may be, it is rough. I hear these stories all the time about, men ain't shit and women. It's like, my God, it is toxic is definitely just the word. In fact, speaking of toxic, hold on. Social media is messing everything up. You ain't never lied. Social media is messing everything up. Social media is whew.
You know, social media is toxic to relationships, period, or it can be, depending on how you view it, how you look at it. So yeah, it was definitely them times where she'll read a comment and all of a sudden she just don't want to talk to me.
Damn
it! What the hell? Somebody done said. But I think we both had to realize that putting the public in your business is almost never going to work out in your favor. It's always going to be a problem because people that are not in your relationship commenting on your relationship, they're not there. They're not these people aren't in the mix with y'all, okay? And all it is opinions, and people are gonna have their opinions, and opinions are not special. Why? Because everybody has one, and that's what we both had to realize. So we don't even really put social media in it no more.
Yeah, man. It's this whole dating, just this whole dating world, is actually some bullshit. I'm not even gonna lie. Like I said, I'm glad I'm not out there looking in the first place. But if I was, this would be a tough time to be dating. It's so much stuff that you have to dig through. So much. It's a lot, and I agree with Lorenzo 100% on this one. Social media, I think, has messed up dating. Because, you hear all the time about someone that, the catfishing aspect of it. You got some dudes out there swearing that they 6'2", but can barely are able to walk up to you because they short as shit. You know what I'm saying? Social media has enabled us to mask our insecurities instead of embracing them. Again, I am a medium ugly man, but I'm confident than a motherfucker. I am 5'10", but I carry myself like I'm 7 feet tall. I'm just that dude. If I'm not your cup of tea, cool. We're going to have fun, though. But, hey, it is what it is. And, there comes a point in time where, as men, we have to be able to take that L. You know what I'm saying? Be able to be like, hey, you know what? This just wasn't my day. I lost this battle. But, you know what? It is what it is. It just didn't work out. And I think that a lot of dudes can't take that L the way that we once used to be able to. Another aspect of it, and the same for women, the exact same thing for women. It's like, a lot of women these days now like the attention that social media gives them. You hear about the dopamine hits of likes, and now you have them thirst traps. Personally, if I'm scrolling through, social media, if I see a woman and all of her pictures are like this, y'all know what I'm talking about, where they're looking over the shoulder, so all you see is nothing but buttocks. No, man, that to me is a sign of an insecure woman. Because if your gluteus maximus is your hook, then that lets me know that you ain't got nothing going on upstairs. I'm sorry, that's just my personal opinion. That to me is a sign of a very insecure woman, because if you are the first thing that you see, the first thing that a man sees is your ass, and as you go down their profile, especially like Instagram, every other picture you see is her looking over her shoulder. That lets me know that, okay, you're just there for attention. You want men to like. And you see them stupid ass comments. Ooh, mama, yeah, I'd love to do this. All them other dumbass dudes jumping in your comments. Like all of a sudden you're gonna be like, the fact that you said you would eat my ass, I want to be with you. Come on now, it ain't for nothing but attention. So that social media has really messed the game up. Let's see. L, she says, I will say, when I meet someone great, we end up not being compatible, so that sucks too. Now, that's another issue. Why is there no compatibility? Unfortunately, I don't meet good men enough. Yeah, I think that's a problem. Are there enough good men out there? Let's see. The standard of what a relationship is has drastically diminished in value. Many don't value themselves and, unfortunately, don't value others. That is true. And that's another drawback of social media, is that we see other people, like I referenced earlier. you see other people, like when Bow Wow was on a plane flying somewhere, but instead of him just being like, hey, I'm flying, I'm traveling, I'm doing this, he has to post a picture of him going on a private plane. You know, everybody's on yachts in Dubai and, you know, going all over the place, doing all kinds of shit. You know, everybody's got a Lambo. And it's like, bro, you just a normal, everyday, average-ass dude. You just an average-ass woman. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You know, that's why we have the BBLs and everybody feels that they want to look like the next Instagram thought instead of just embracing who you are. You know, there's absolutely nothing wrong with who you are. There's nothing wrong with you as a man. You have a steady job, an honest day's pay, but now everybody feels like they got to be some, you know, some multi-billionaire. Everybody wants to be a millionaire instead of just being an everyday normal dude. That's how society functions. Not everybody's on top, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with being an average person, going about doing an average day's work and then having an average relationship. But everybody, you know, the whole game is twisted because of the optics of things that we see on social media. People present the best things about their relationships. You know, it's like, ooh, you know, hashtag relationship goals and all of that other bullshit. It's like, man, come on now. Come on. Let's see. Lorenzo said, remember, a 40-year-old became 21 a 4-year-old became 21 in social media age. You ain't never lied. And you know what? I am the single one. I would like to talk to you. I want to get your take because you have a different approach to dating as a whole. So I know that social media for you is different. I would love to get your feedback on that one, madam. In fact, let me drop this Zoom link in here one more again. And thank you for joining the conversation, by the way. Tonight, we are talking about... What the hell are we talking about tonight? I swear, I love that name. I am the single one. It's just kind of fire. Let's see what we said. L's. Met men that height catfish me. That's a lot of syllables right there. Height catfish me. All right. I'm 5'4". Guy said he was 5'10", and I was looking down at him. No heels on either. Y'all remember back in the day, right? Us dudes, because no one is perfect, you go to war with the army you have. In other words, if I'm 5'4", god damn it, this is gonna be the best 5'4" you ever had in your life. You know what I'm saying? And you know, for women, it's like, hey, my booty may be about as flat as this desk right here, but the front though, hey, you know what I'm saying? But now you have people that are either lying or overcompensating or whatever the case may be, instead of just embracing the fact that, hey, I am who I am. God made me this height. God made me this size. God gave me these curves. So I am going to go to war with what I have. But now you have dudes that are like, okay, you know, of course you have technological implants, for instance, where it's like, okay, just like a woman can get the BBL, you know, you have dudes that have like lifts in their shoes and things like that. So speaking just for men, I know that men just can't seem to take a L no more, right? Like I said, yo, if you're 5'4", just say it and run with it. I mean, shit, what's old boy's name? Cyrano de Bergerac. I mean, dudes have been short, been ugly their whole goddamn life. Since the dawn of time, you know, dudes, it's just been some ugly dudes. So what do? You make up, you know, you increase your value in other areas, right? Not everybody's is a captain of the football team. Not everybody's a quarterback. Somebody's got to get in the trenches. Somebody's got to catch the ball. Somebody's got to run it. Not everybody's going to be behind, you know, running the team. But you are who you are. And I think a lot of dudes, everybody wants to be this, you know, 6-figure, over 6 inches with the 6-pack type dude. And bruh, you're not. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Just say who you are and go about your business. A lot of dudes just can't do it. They just can't do it. Cheryl says, as a society, we have always valued beauty over brains. Of course. I mean, men have always been attracted to beautiful women. That's why, like I said, like I said, dudes have never been. A man should never be the most attractive one in a relationship. If you got that kind of dynamic there, you're gonna have some problems. A man should never be more attractive than his woman is in comparison. So yeah, but a lot of our society has shifted, and I think that actually is part of the issue. You know what I'm saying? Because social media just allows us to present a very pleasing aesthetic, a dynamic that we can create. Y'all ladies, y'all let me know. If y'all post a selfie, how many damn pictures do y'all take? You know, the good and damn well, you take a minimum of 10 before you just post one, right? So that has allowed us to control certain aspects of it. Thank you for joining the conversation. That name, man, I am the single one. I love that shit. Anyway, let's see. You are tuning from the car, listening on the highway. Okay, I rock with that. Would you say my boyfriend is short and I love it? Ride out. I love it. Love it. Love it. Let's see what else we got here. Okay. Did he ever get his connection lined up? There we go. Okay. Looks like he fell out. All right, so I dropped the links to both StreamYard and to what is this damn thing called? Zoom. I'm gonna drop them one more time. Oh, don't blame it on your phone camera, man. Cut that shit out. You know, here's a link to StreamYard for those of y'all that want to join me on StreamYard. First of all, don't, it ain't got nothing to do with your damn phone camera. Unless you got a, what they call them joints? A damn Nokia, one of them bricks. Your camera, you know good and well that you have a damn near studio quality camera in your hand. This is an iPhone, I don't know what the hell it is because they all the damn same. You know, Apple just, what needs to come in a box when you get a new iPhone is some lube because you know you're getting screwed. It's the same damn phone. I don't give a shit what they say. Anyway, let me stop ranting. My point is, these damn phones, you can do whatever. So do not blame talking about my phone camera sucks. I gotta take 10 pictures. If you don't get the hell out of here with that. Come on now. I've heard a lot, but I ain't heard that one. Why the wow, sir? Why the wow? I got a text. I'm sorry. My phone camera sucks, so I gotta take 10 pics. Man, I've heard the lighting's not right. I've heard the background is messed up. I've heard I wasn't smiling. I've heard I was blinking, but I've never heard somebody blame it on the phone. That is absolute nonsense. Cut it out. All right, I just dropped the links one more time, and I should have gotten something to drink before I started this show because your boy is parched. Y'all, all right, let's wrap this one up. Let's talk about a few things. The next show, y'all, the next episode of the CM show. Here we go. Here we go. So, y'all know that October. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for joining the conversation. I need to, because if you're in IT, I definitely need to talk to you about when it comes to work else. The next episode of the CM show, as you know, the month of October is also the month for Halloween. So on the next episode of the CM show, you're a project manager or PMP. I need to talk to you, please, madam. I need to talk to you, please, and thank you. Need to talk to you, please. Hold on 1 second. Oh shit! Don't do that. So, anyway, the next episode of the CM Show, we are going to be talking about trick or treat. Trick or treat. It kind of ties into what we were talking about here, but when it comes to people being costumes these days, right? People are in costumes these days. For my ladies out there, y'all be putting on them bubbles, aka the BBLs, knowing good and damn well that your buttocks are not that big to where you wobbly as you walk down the street. All right? Come on now. Come on. Is it real or is it fake? Because just like, Scooby-Doo, we're going to rip the mask off. We're going to be talking about BBLs on the next episode of the CM show. Not just BBLs, but just fake people in general. People in costumes. In other words, this shit just isn't real. And we're going to be talking about it on the next episode of the show. All right, in the description section below, 2 of my books. Oh, all right. I'm working on product ownership, so we'll talk. Anyway, my 2 books, Desperately Seeking Exclusivity and Desperately Seeking Pleasure, are available. Y'all, I know I've been holding this book up for a minute, but it is Desperately Seeking Clarity. This book is my 3rd book, and I am going to be releasing it at the end of the month. I had a few things I needed to do, so if you haven't already bought the first 2 books, just to give you all a heads up on the books, even though it's part of a universe, as it were, you don't have to read them in order, but it does make sense if you do. So if you haven't already purchased those 2 books, please make sure that you grab a copy of those books, because I would definitely appreciate your support. I didn't get a chance to do my Ready to Love review this past weekend, so I'm definitely going to be doing it this week. And also, let me shout out my other YouTube people out there. If you see her in the chat, I am the single one. She does reviews as well, but she's also kind of like me. She's a realtor as well. So make sure you subscribe to her channel. All of us content creators, as we do this, we got to support each other, and we definitely appreciate y'all's support. As always, y'all, I appreciate y'all being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I will see y'all next week. Y'all have a good week. Y'all stay determined. And please, been talking about breast cancer awareness. Like I said, make sure you get yourself checked out if you got loved ones, that are women and men. Like my homeboy said, men get it too. Everybody get yourselves checked out. Y'all go see your doctor. Let's make sure we take care of ourselves, because as they say, health is wealth. Anyway, y'all have a good one. Y'all stay determined. I will see y'all next week.